feel?
Yeah, we feel good about where he's at. So he kicked some today, looked good.
Talk a little bit about the linebacker you signed. Is that a depth thing? Do you feel like you need to plug somebody in? Did somebody get hurt?
Really just found a player that we thought was really playing at a high level and could add some value as we move on throughout the season. That's all it came down to, a really productive player there in Houston.
Is he a guy that plays outside or inside?
He'll probably play inside and has special teams value, and we'll try to get him acclimated as soon as we can.
As you evaluated the film and looked at some of the operational issues in the red zone, what were some of the takeaways there as far as cleaning them up going forward?
Yeah, just have to execute at a higher level, like I talked about on the road. Loud environment, communication, getting in and out of the huddle, me getting the play call in faster. Group effort that has to be better. And you play good teams on the road like that, you got to score touchdowns and not have plays like that show up. And so that'll be worked on this week, and we got to be better against Seattle.
What's been the difference maybe this year than years past in getting play and making sure that all that goes smoothly?
The huddle, the last 2 weeks, I would say.
Just in general, had some issues getting the play on time. But I mean, what's been the difference this year than in years past?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly how it went in years past. I feel like it's been a pretty smooth operation, and for whatever reason, particularly the last 2 weeks, like I said, we've definitely had some issues getting up there and getting called and being at the back end of that play clock. So we've addressed it and got to be better moving forward.
First time you guys played Seattle, obviously you didn't score as much as you'd like. They were struggling.
That would be an understatement. Yeah.
Was it anything in particular that day? Was it a flat day? I mean, I know you guys would rather play better offensively, but that seemed even.
Yeah, I mean, if you score 3 points as an offense, then you're out coached, you're outplayed, all of the above. There's nothing else to say about it. They got after us.
Generally speaking, we've talked about how defenses have changed with these spread offenses, keeping things in front, making you execute 10, 15 times in a row. Obviously I know you're not trying to give away game plan, but what's the response to that? Is there any way to still spread it out and get downfield, or do you just have to execute 15 times in a row? What do you think the next step is for, I guess, air raid type offense?
Yeah, I mean, who's an air raid type offense, I guess? What are you referring to? I think everybody, like you said, the scores are way down. I think if you have, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen who can throw it 90 yards and throw over the top of it, you may have some answers there. But, yeah, it's just about execution. There's things you can scheme up and hit plays over the top and make things happen. But you've seen it throughout the league. That catch-style defense is keeping in front, rush 5 and try to have a negative play occur and hold a team to field goals or turn them over, make them punt. And so there's definitely ways to attack it to try and hit some big plays. But if you try to force it too much, there will definitely be some negative outcomes.
In practice time, 20-plus deep play drills?
20-plus, yeah, definitely throughout the week. Yeah, we'll take, I would say, close to that many shots through 3 days of practice. Yeah.
Is that enough to make you think it should be there?
Yeah, for whatever reason, it hasn't, been there this year. We haven't connected on the deep ball. I don't know. I can't think of many this year. We've been able to push the ball down the field and actually hit any, and that's been something we've been really good at previously. So we'll continue to work at it, and hopefully with Robbie and we get Hollywood back at some point, those guys can really stretch the field. We can connect on a few of those.
Where is Robbie in terms of his progress towards understanding the offense?
Yeah, I think he's made big strides. Yeah, I hope he can have a larger role this week. We're going to try to force feed some stuff and try to get him out there a little bit more.
Is he longer than you expected?
No, not at all. It's just in season. I mean, there's not a lot of teach time. There's more game plan time and getting ready for the opponent. So it's just kind of the nature of the situation there at that position.
Knowing you're going to play the Seahawks again in 3 weeks, is there any advantage in knowing what you already know, and how much game plan did you save for this week?
When you play a team the second time, there's always things you didn't get to that you would have liked to, and the way they're playing and the last 3 weeks really, the 3-game win streak, they're playing at a really high level. So we know, I think, what probably they're going to do. They know what we're going to do, and it's just about execution. I thought the last time we played them, they executed at a really high level in all 3 phases, and we got to kind of match that if we want a chance to win this one.
How much do you give the sense the next 3 weeks of divisional opponents, the concentration level kind of ramps up here?
It has to, yeah. That's where we're at in the season. You're 3-5, and there's not a lot of wiggle room left for any sort of letdowns or not playing our best football at this point.
Having said that, what goes through your mind when you see the opportunity that you have here with these division games? If you want to run your
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's for how we've kind of played, and I think analytics told me we've been behind 91% of the time through the first 8 weeks. So I think it was about 6 minutes of each game we've had a lead on average, and to still, have an opportunity to be in the race at that point is, you got to have some gratitude for that and understand that you get an opportunity to play better. And we think our best football is out in front of us, and it has to be these next 3 weeks against 3 really good opponents.
How do you feel when you hear those numbers out loud? 91%, 6 minutes a game.
Yeah, it's amazing to, like I said, even still have a chance to be in it. It's last in the league, and we haven't been able to execute like we need to. And like I've said all along, when you're playing from behind that much, you don't even get into your game plan. You don't even really get to see what type of team you have, I don't think. So we've got to be able to stay in these ball games.
How's Hump doing, and how did you feel like Josh Jones played last week?
I was proud of Josh. I thought he stepped up. That's a really good front, obviously. Some of the best rushers in football, and he battled and knew his assignments and competed at a high level, and that's what we've wanted to see from him. And Hump, he'll be day-to-day this week. He feels a little bit better, but I'm not sure he'll make it by Sunday.
How disappointed are you that Hudson hasn't been part of this thing for as much as you would like him to be?
Yeah, it's tough. Disappointed for him and obviously us. I mean, like I've said, he's a coach on the field for everybody. He's a calming presence. Really, really good player at that position. And, we've had to rotate through some guys in that line. I think Billy's done an admirable job since he got here of picking it up and executing. But, I mean, that's a Pro Bowl type caliber player that is a great leader and a great player. And hopefully at some point we can get him back.
How much did you notice the Hard Knocks cameras, and is there a conversation to be had with the guys about that whole atmosphere?
No, they do a great job of kind of laying in the shadows, and you don't notice it much, almost to a fault. You'll say some things that maybe could get you canceled and have to kind of give them the, okay, that's out. But, yeah, it's not, it doesn't interrupt anything. They do a great job with it.
Are you looking forward to seeing kind of how they present, what they present? You know what's coming?
Yeah, I hate watching myself do anything, so I won't watch it. But I am excited for fans to see the type of people we have. I know they do some behind the scenes with families and stories of kind of origin stories and things like that, and we have some great stories on our team.
You live in your house? What do you think of the idea of pulling back the curtain on like the meeting room stuff and taking fans inside that part?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think they understand just how serious it is, how intense it can be, the X's and O's. I mean, week in and week out, there's a lot that goes into this. And so for them to be able to see that perspective and how much players put into it and coaches put into it and why those games are so built up each and every week, I think that's important.
You were talking about the 91% stat and analytics just generally. I was just curious, what stats are most important to you? Is it still like the turnover margin, just the simplest things, or are there like advanced stats that you think are the most important?
Yeah, I wouldn't say advanced. For me, turnover margin and struggling offensively, just the third down percentage, we're 33%, which we've never been that low since I've been here. And that's, you're not able to extend drives or stay on the field enough when you're playing that style of football.
Can you be solace that Brady, Rodgers, Russell Wilson also are kind of in the same boat as you guys are?
No, I think all of us, all those teams that have high expectations and know what you can be are all just fighting to try and get better. And luckily, like I've said all along, the NFC is still kind of packed in there for the most part. And so it's who's going to really find a way to improve and adjust and go from there.
You talk about huddling to slow things down, kind of get the process better. How much do you work on the huddle process during practice?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. But I think it's still, when you get to a game and it's revved up like that, especially on the road, like I said, it just had its challenges, and we have to be better moving forward.
That you had been thinking about for a while?
No, it was really with all the injuries at O-line and then, having some new skill come in. I felt like it was a chance for everybody to kind of take a breath, talk through things, have a chance to think about it more and try to execute.
How much does that change the predictability that maybe opposing defenses thought they had on that?
I don't know about predictability. Sometimes getting up to the line quick, I like, because they got to show their hand more so and aren't able to disguise as much. And so I think there's some give and take with both ways of doing it.
Coach, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Kyle, are you getting used to the hard knock cameras?
Yeah, it hasn't bothered me much. I enjoy it. It's fun.
Do you think having those cameras around will put it past people's step where they're like, okay, I better?
I mean, they've been around, so I don't think anybody. You kind of ignore them, you know, unless you're trying to say something crazy. But
Have you let them follow you around at all?
they haven't got to follow me around yet. Around, you know, outside the building. They've been. I've had the mic on today, actually. So
You watch it?
I don't know. Maybe.
You've been a quarterback a long time, obviously, so you know what it's like to be in a fishbowl with all
Yeah.
How has that changed you? Like what, or does it change you? I mean, or it's been so long that it doesn't matter anymore.
I wouldn't say it changes you. I just think you got to know when you can say stuff. Or are you asking like around being like in the spotlight and stuff like that?
Yeah, just like what you can say, what you can't, how to act, all
You
that.
just got to be smart. You know, somebody's always watching. Never really want to give anybody anything bad to say about you, stuff like that. Yeah, I've it's nothing new for me. You know, it's kind of how I was raised. Treat people how you want to be treated, stuff like that. So.
Cliff's talked a lot about the huddling the last couple of weeks. What kind of experience has that been like for you trying to huddle up more often?
Kind of, it's get to see the line's face a little bit more, talk to everybody, communicate. I think, we started against the Saints. I think everybody enjoyed it. Just get on the same page, break the huddle, confidence, understanding what we're trying to do. Last game it was a little rowdy in there, so it's kind of tough to hear. But other than that, it's been fine.
There's been enough issues trying to get the play calling. We've been a topic. Can you walk us through what the whole process is, like in terms of who gives you the call and what happens, after that?
Obviously I got the helmet on. He calls the play. I relay the message, and we go. That's how that works.
What are the issues trying to get the play in and what the timeouts later look like?
What instances are you talking about?
I probably go back and watch the film. There's a few of them.
Just like, give them to me. I'll try to answer them for you.
I guess let me ask this question. Are there issues late in the play clock with the play call, or are they other?
It depends. Like, are you talking about last game? If it was the 2-minute situation, or that's I can't really. I can't really answer that one for you.
Have you been pleased with the wrinkles that you keep introducing with the offense since? the start of
What
the
wrinkles?
Seems like you changed some things from huddling to sweep to, maybe moving guys around differently. I mean, things you're not the same offense you started the season.
Yeah, no, I just think, obviously, at the start of the season, we weren't playing how we wanted to play. Again, I've said, I think we've gotten better each and every week. little mishaps here and there obviously cost us a game last week, but I'm definitely confident in where we're going as an offense. Moving the ball doesn't seem extremely hard like it did at one point. At the beginning of the season, it's kind of like you felt like you had no hope. Or at least that's what it looked like. And now we look like an actual offense, so I feel good about it.
Having said that, obviously you're not where you're at record-wise, but when you look at the opportunity ahead of you.
Yeah, great opportunity. Mm-hmm. Got to go 1-0. That's the mentality is, how do we get to 1-0 this week? Obviously, Seattle's playing really good football. I got a really good team, play hard as hell, well coached. So we know what's coming in here this weekend. We just got to be prepared, have a good week, and execute on Sunday.
Is there an advantage to having played just a couple weeks ago?
No, I don't know. I'm not really worried about the past or last game's last game. I think they treat it the same way. So got to come ready on Sunday.
Kliff mentioned trying to get the ball to Robbie a little bit more. How's that gone with him, and how tough is it when a receiver comes in at this stage of the season to try to get on the same page consistently?
Kind of just got to force all the everything on him. See how well, obviously, if he can take all the information in as quickly as possible. If not, back off a little bit. But I think he's a very smart player. He understands what we're doing now. This is week 3 for him, so he'll be up to speed by this weekend for sure.
It was only one play, but what was the problem with the Billy Price after you weren't expecting it?
Just miscommunication on the snap count.
How was he done, Tyler, since he's played the last couple weeks? Billy?
He's played well. Yeah, very pleased with Billy.
Did it feel weird to be using a wristband in a game?
Yeah, I haven't done that since probably I think I did it at A&M. But yeah, it was. I mean, it's a big ass wristband. It took up half my arm, so it was definitely. Once you get in the game, it wasn't any different, but I didn't feel it kind of. I didn't feel too great about it the week leading up to the week.
Well, it's funny because you're the kind of guy. I mean,
Yeah.
let's face it. You like how you look,
Yeah.
and that changes how you look.
It definitely did. No, but it was good. It was good. You said what?
Why the need to wear it?
Just because it was loud and just being able to, with the huddle, being able to communicate and stuff like that.
Cliff mentioned that you guys have been behind 91% of the time so far this year. Does it feel like it's been 91%? Is it exhausting to be, you know what I mean? Like just fighting for behind all the time?
No, I not really. The first half of the season to me is kind of wash. I'm looking at, offensively the last 2 games, how we feel, and building off the confidence of that. So I don't really, like I said, those first 4 kind of out of the picture. It's the second quarter of the season, and that's what we're looking at.
Knowing that there's not a whole lot of wiggle room left, and you have 3 straight divisional opponents on the schedule, does that raise the concentration level around here?
Yep, definitely. Sense of urgency's got to be at all-time high. All the guys understand that. They know what's at stake. They know where we can take this thing, or we can let it, slip away. But everything is right there for us. But I mean, we're focused on this week, so can't really look too far ahead. But we understand what's ahead.
Maybe you could afford having DJ Humphries back on your left.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of comfort is he to you?
Very comfortable with him at left tackle.
I think the Hawk was going to pull that down with one hand. Did you expect that?
Which one?
The touchdown.
I just knew, the way Harrison played it. If I could, put it where I wanted to, which I did. Hop would have a chance to grab it. Obviously, when somebody, grabs it one-handed, it's always kind of unexpected. But with him, you expect it. Yeah.
How valuable is that to have a receiver that even when he's covered, he's still open?
I mean, he is who he is for a reason. Yeah.
How do you, as the quarterback, as this team's leader, handle all the self-inflicted mistakes during the week? Do you stress stuff during practice? Do you stress stuff during film study? How do you approach that?
I'll never fault anybody for making mistakes, full speed, and even myself, obviously I'm hard on myself, but, you don't make those mistakes during the week, so it's like you get in the game and then mental mistakes is where it's, that's where it's crucial, the false starts or like lining up, in an incorrect spot, stuff like that. So we don't do that during the week. And that's kind of why we've been struggling, this season, is making these things happen during the game where it's unusual of us to make these type of mistakes, and that's kind of been, killing us.
Last year, Kyle, there was so much discussion about Rodney and how much he meant to the line and the offense and leadership. And all
You said
those
Rodney?
things. Rodney,
Oh.
yeah. How tough has it been with him? Even last year wasn't as good when he was there, and this year the same thing. How tough is that when he's not out there?
I mean, I'm more so just worried for him. Obviously I know how much he loves the game, how much he wants to be out there, to not be able to be out there, not be able to, give the team, what he brings to the table. I know how much it kills him. I'm fine with Billy being out there. Would love to have Rodney, obviously, but more so just, he's got to get his health right and, his mental. So.
Thanks, Kyler. Thanks, Kyler.
Appreciate it.